give it my all.
Hello, 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 and welcome back to some more Rune Factory 3 watering can only. My little ponies, let's go to bed. Stuff, things, and
Let's
no
tidy
level
up.
up this time. Interesting. Our sleeping level didn't... Ooh, it's finally not going up by a whole point. Anyway, hello, Azura!
Hello.
I have got some drama to share with you, and for once, I didn't cause the drama.
Were you involved in the drama?
I mean, technically, kind of. It's drama that's happening in the, in the D&D group I joined lately. The one that plays every other Wednesday. So, like, not today, but, like, next Wednesday.
Sure.
So, group has been playing D&D games for ages. They've been basically running up, like, through the editions, like, first edition, second edition, blah, blah, blah. They're on 3.5 edition. One of their previous members, let's just say, left. So they were recruiting for new people, and the new people they got were me, and... Let's see, how do I describe the character without spoiling things?
There.
Let's say the other character is a human. My character's an elf, theirs is a human. Whole thing, guardians, blah blah blah, fight evil, lots of roleplay in this game. Character creation is very involved, but we weren't really told about the party. We were basically not told anything about the party ahead of time, except that they are very, very good aligned.
Okay.
So, we get into the game, and there we meet a centaur knight, a druid, and a monk. Those are the, like, the, you know, ongoing 3 characters.
Yes.
That we're going to be adventuring with for now. So, whatever, things are going okay. We get into a battle in a cave. My character's mode of attack was to use, like, an area of effect spell and just get into the area of effect. I forget what the spell was. I think I also used, like, Ring of Blades, whatever. Like, everything within 5 feet of me is taking constant damage, so try to get away from the party so they don't take constant damage. So, you know, I get in for the fight, blah blah blah, things go well, I'm completely fine. After the battle, my character and another character, now, I don't know if it was the centaur that got chewed out, or if it was the centaur that got chewed out by the human, or if the human got chewed out by the centaur for getting too, like, into the fight and where it's dangerous and yada yada stuff and things. One way or another, someone got chewed out for, you know, being too aggressive in the fight. Everything wound up being fine. You know how it goes. Sometime along the way for this argument, though, the human decided to basically just insult the... Oh, yeah, I can sell this one. The human decided to insult the centaur's honor. Keep in mind, the centaur is a knight. Very much honor-bound, and very much did not like being insulted in such a way. And essentially said, like, hey, if you're going to attack my honor again, I will not stand for that, and I will cut you down if you try to besmirch my name again. Which, I mean, seems kind of fitting for, like, you know, a knight sort of character, like, if you insult me, I will take it personally kind of thing. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, resorting to insults is kind of... Yeah, that's kind of low there, but... Huh. Well, it just goes to show you. No, it doesn't really matter where you go. You'll always find toxic people.
So do you side with the
And I mean
human
that
or with the centaur in that regard?
Well, since you can't seem to remember who did what...
I don't remember
can't pick
who
a side.
initiated the thing, but I do know that the centaur was the one who'd said, like, if you insult my honor like that again, I will cut you down.
Hello.
Is he a paladin?
No, not a paladin, but apparently wants to be a paladin, like, is going to multi-class into paladin. But is not technically a paladin.
Yeah, that's not a very paladin behavior, to be honest. Sorry, that's not very prospective paladin behavior. That is the behavior of someone who has been a paladin for a long time and can get away with it.
Alright, so, I don't know, a few hours later in game, or the next day in game, whatever, the party wakes up to find that some of the monsters that we had just killed were risen as undead, and these are like large creatures, like trolls, I think they were. Trolls or troll-like creatures risen as undeads that are just now standing in the camp. And so the human says to the centaur, like, oh, well, you said that you would kill me if... Like, you said you were going to kill me, and I don't have any way to defend myself, so I raised these two undead, so if you try to attack me, they can attack you right back.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's just being stupid.
And then the centaur is all like, excuse me? What are you doing?
Yeah, no kidding.
And the human's like, well, if you're not going to attack me, they don't have to attack you. I guess I could just, tag along on our adventure in case you try to threaten me again, then they can attack you. And Soto's like, no, I'm not traveling with undead. And then the player reveals that the character has a very intense hatred of undead, very much does not want to associate with them, and the players have been told that any spells dealing with creating, summoning, raising undead is evil. The players have been told that that undead are evil. So the characters don't want to associate with undead.
Hello.
Yeah, no kidding.
So the human says, well, look at Amber! She's a ghost! Amber being my character, by the way.
Sorry, you're a what?
Not technically a ghost, but basically a ghost. So the human is all like,
okay.
Hey, check out the other new player. They're playing as a ghost. Why don't you hate them for being a ghost?
Hi there. Hello.
And it's like, well, I wasn't involved in this, and now you're trying to throw me under the bus. But the centaur and the monk are both extremely anti-undead. And there was like a little back and forth that's like, my character wasn't raised as an undead, but was cursed to take like an undead form, and is seeking like a way out of it. So they're willing to work with my character, as long as my character is trying to stop being undead.
Yeah.
So that... But then, yeah, there's a whole big thing about, it's like, oh, yeah, we'll just travel with these, like, two, like, giant undead. And again, I don't mean giant as in the creature type, I mean they were big. With these two large undeads that I have, it's like, no, we're not going to travel with your undead creatures. Like, oh, well, I'm not just going to leave them behind. We're going to travel with them. It's like, no. It's like, I'm going to kill them, and then the rest of us can travel together. It's like, and then the DM chimes in with, actually, killing the undead would be like killing the player character's children.
Hello.
It's like, huh. It's like, okay, it's like, so I'm trying to, like, you know, soften things up. It's like, what if we just leave the undead here and travel? Of course, the human doesn't want to do that. They don't want to just travel. According to them, spells that make undead are not evil. So there's no... And there was, like, a huge argument in the Discord chat this morning. But it's like, oh, spells that raise undead are not inherently evil, and even if they were, there's no mechanical reason why your characters would not like it. It's not like you lose your powers if you associate with the undead.
Hello.
And someone, either the druid in the party, or the DM, one of the two of them, had mentioned at one point, it's like, well, the party did travel around with an undead for a while, and they didn't really mind. To which the person playing the centaur points out that they didn't know that they were traveling with an undead, and once they found out, they killed the undead.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hey.
And the human necromancer, I can say they're a necromancer now, because we're past the point where that spoiler happened, is all like,
Hello.
yeah, well, Amber is an undead, so why don't you, like, hate her so much? It's like stop trying to throw me under the bus!
Jesus.
Like, the party have already stated why they are willing to associate with my character. Stop trying to throw me under. Like, I was trying to maintain, like, neutrality between it, hoping that the party could still, like, somehow work together, communicate a bit, get over this thing. It's like, okay, and it's like, even if it, like, thinking, okay, worst case scenario, the necromancer would have to bring a new character because they were told that the party is super anti-undead. And eventually the player, I don't think it was the player, I think it was the DM, no, I think it was one of the two, whatever, had stated that the reason why their character makes undead is because it's like an organization that sends adventurers basically out to their doom on adventures. You know, like with Ruby and the huntresses and huntsmen and stuff. Imagine if in Ruby they could just bring back the dead and send them on adventures instead and lower the amount of people that die. So they were raising the undead so living people didn't have to die in battle and stuff. And so the centaur, like, it even said, it's like, yeah, if your character had told us that, like, originally, then maybe in time would have warmed up to the idea of having an undead in the party if it's to keep new adventurers from just dying. And then the necromancer was like, well, I didn't have any time when I could have said that. We argued for like 2 hours earlier and like 12 hours of argument today. There's no time that I could have said that.
Oh my goodness! It's about, drumroll please, bats!
So stupid.
Huh?
Huh?
Yeah, no time you could have said it, you know, except literally every single point during, you know,
Yes.
character creation and,
Yeah.
you know, introducing the character. Yeah, no time.
I'd like the water to feel on your skin. Crunchy. I'm streaming, right? Yeah, totally.
Huh? Huh?
So, Also, I was up basically all night because I was having pains and stuff. Finally get to sleep around like 6 a.m. I wake up, check the time, it's like, oh yeah, 7:45, and I'm like, I feel much better rested than having just slept for like an hour and a half. But I really don't think I slept for over 13 hours. And yeah, my phone on the lock screen doesn't say AM or PM. It's like, okay, it's 7:45. It's like, I don't know, there is some light outside. Walk out to the hallway. The oven, of course, just says like 7:45. It doesn't say AM or PM. So I'm there like, okay, go into the clock and see.
Hello. Welcome.
Yeah, apparently I'd slept for like an hour and a half, and I'm like, I'm not in really pain anymore. I'll go back to sleep.
Hello. What brings you in?
Bad decision.
To sleep?
Hello.
To go back to sleep after already waking up at a reasonable time?
Again, I'd only slept like an hour.
Hello.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't go to bed until 6?
Again, were you not listening? I had pains. I was in pain.
What?
Not like hospital level pain, but enough where I couldn't be comfortable enough to sleep.
Huh?
Hey, hey.
Hello.
Yeah.
Tossing and
You
turning
should
all
see a
night long.
doctor.
It's probably just hungry. But like, by the time I started to go to sleep, it's like, what,
Hello.
2 in the morning or something? So it's like, I don't want to just like eat right before trying to sleep.
Hello.
Maybe I hadn't eaten enough, maybe I'd eaten too much, whether I was feeling hungry if I'd eaten too much, I don't know what's going on.
Hello.
Anyway,
Wonderful. Yeah.
so yeah. Even if I'm not like directly involved in it, just the idea of, hey, I joined a new D&D group and there's immediately drama is
Typical.
yeah, generally, yeah.
Yeah, welcome to D&D.
I mean, that's just generally been my experience with everything. I join in with anyone
I mean,
for anything, and there are immediately issues.
Welcome.
sounds about right.
Hello.
Hello.
Wow.
Huh?
Wait, no, I want to get more bronze so I can upgrade my watering can again.
Oh, you and your watering can.
Ouch.
Oh, also, I've been asked if I want to go out of town next weekend.
Ouch.
Going out to the property where it's finally going to be warm enough to just go swimming.
Interesting.
I'm thinking of taking the family up on that offer. They finally have internet there, so it's not as bad as always.
Oh. The internets.
Oh yes, I have heard of these internets.
Indeed.
So, yeah, back to the D&D talk. There was a lot of arguing about the whole, if someone threatens you, and of course I don't remember the exact wording of the threat, if it was like, if you insult me, I'll kill you, if it's like, just, how dare you insult my honor, blah blah blah. Again, I don't remember the exact wording, but the argument of, if someone threatens that they'll, you know, attack you if you do a thing, and then you say, okay, I'll make this weapon specifically to fight you, should that person be okay with you just keeping that weapon on hand? The weapon that you created
No.
specifically to attack them and try to kill them with.
No. No. I don't know how many times I have to say no.
Yeah, because the Necromancer seems very adamant that they should be allowed to keep the weapon that they forged just to attack the knight with. Forged, raised, whatever.
No, that's because that person is not smart.
Oh, right, I forgot to mention a bit of the drama as well. At some point, the, was it the Druid? Originally, the Druid was also anti-undead, because, I mean, it's feasible that a Druid would be against the idea of the undead. And then, eventually, they decided, okay, I'm just going to, like, use magic and make myself into, like, an absolute, like, giant. I don't know how big we're talking about, what, 20 feet tall or something? Like, leaning over, like, the edge of the camp walls and stuff. I have no idea. And just tell them, it's like, oh, you should accept these, because these are, like, weapons, and I am okay with these undeads now. So you should be too. Do as I say, or else. And that's when the Centaur player reveals the information that the Druid has apparently never even once contributed in combat.
What?
That every single time the party has gone into combat since the Druid had joined, the Druid just, like, leaves. Wild shapes into a bird and flies away, or just stands back and, quote, analyzes the fight. Never actually takes part in the fight, just lets everyone else do the fighting.
That's concerning.
Also, I just had a silly idea for a D&D character group. All the members of the group with Vow of Peace. Could potentially be quite effective, depending on how far you wind up going in with that. Regardless. So yeah, so the druid never participates in combat. I think at one point, the DM themselves basically had a big, powerful NPC say, like, oh, the undead are actually, like, completely fine to join your party, and also, Amber is not actually an undead. Ooh, so you should be completely fine with this and just carry on. And it's like, yeah, I know that my character's not undead. My character technically knows that they're not undead. But, like, it's like, it's easier to just explain it as, yeah, I'm a ghost, than to explain, like, the actual full, explanation for what my character specifically is.
Yeah.
Oh, right, apple juice. So it's like, yeah,
Jack?
great, giving away, you know, character info that I thought that we weren't going to be giving away. Right.
Yeah, that's not cool.
So, yeah.
I mean, you told me, like, the first half of that before. Like, that's the thing. Like, you'd already told me about some of that before.
Oh, I had?
Yeah. Yeah, so that wasn't new drama to me.
Oh. Was the rest of it relatively new?
Huh? I'm sorry, you're still breaking up.
Oh. I said, was the rest of it relatively new?
I mean, the thing about the one guy, like, threatening to attack the other? Yeah, that was new.
Yeah. Like, just join in the group, get into a combat, get chewed out for being too reckless in combat. Okay, I'm trying to reverse engineer the conversation to try to remember exactly how it happened, but it's basically like, oh, you ran into fight, that was like so reckless you could have gotten hurt. And it's like, and if you get yourself hurt because you're, you know, running into battle so recklessly, I'm not going to try to save you. Was the original thing that I had heard. And so it's like, okay, well, whatever. We're doing this, surely we have a reason for this. Actually, I'm going to try looking this up. And then there was like, oh, well, of course. No, think about it. The centaur ran into battle, while the necromancer stayed back, because the necromancer, they have, like, spells and stuff. It's like, oh, you ran into the combat. That's so reckless. I'm not going to heal you if you get... Like, I'm not going to risk myself to save you if you get hurt that way. And Centaur's all like, well, this is, like, how I fight, and it's worked fine with me so far. Like, been doing this for a while, and it's been fine. I haven't needed your help yet. But it's like, you're kind of, you know... kind of being a coward, just, like, standing back and throwing spells and stuff, like... It's like, yeah, if you complain that you can't use, like, Fireball because I'm, like, in the way, like... Research better spells that you can use that won't hurt your teammates. And then somehow the
Yeah.
necromancer was saying that the knight was being dishonorable for, I don't know, telling the wizard to research better spells? Okay, there are no recipes, that are just a cabbage. And it's like, hey, you shouldn't insult my honor because it's very important to me and all that stuff. Like, hey, how dare you? It's like, well, how dare you, how dare me? How you? Dare, eh?
Yeah, that do sound very tsundere.
And then, of course, like, I mean, the sheer arrogance of it's like, yeah, I just joined the group. Gee golly, you're being, like, so, you know, you're being so unsafe with yourself. If you don't, change how you fight, I'm not going to save you. It's like, you are the one that just joined. Like, I haven't needed you to save me before. Why would I need you to save me now? This is what I've been doing. This is what works. And the player eventually explains, like, yeah, we don't have, like, ranged, like, my character doesn't have ranged attacks, so I have to close the distance and fast. Also, centaur, high ground speed. I have to close the distance fast to try fighting with them, otherwise I'm just standing there as they pelt us with arrows and spells. Like, I have to close the distance. It's not my fault that your character is very slow. And you apparently decided to never double move. Two for antidote potion, 3 for neutralizers. Okay, so that only sells for 20, that sells for 130. Also, this heals as well. This heals like all of my health as well, so that's cool. So, yeah, there's just been a giant thing going on, and now apparently the druid is leaving the party, the necromancer is leaving. But yeah, the druid's been apparently adventuring with them for like a year and a half of like real time. Is all like, well, I say that the undead are fine. If you don't want to accept that, then I guess I'm just going to leave. And it's like, by the sounds of it, it's not like you've been doing anything to help the party. Like, I'm also new to the group, so all I have is the word of these people who are arguing with each other about things, but it's like, sounds like you're not really doing anything for the party. Except that you try to threaten all of them into working with something that they don't want to. And then, of course, the druid and the necromancer started going into personal attacks. Because that's just what people do when they don't have any more logic or reason. They start telling people to whatever. Stuff that I don't want to say in my own videos.
Yeah.
Because they are very immature about the whole thing going around. And it's like, why are they like this? No idea. No idea why they've been like this, just know that they are, and it's like... At this rate, I might as well have just brought Marissa into the game. Because it's not like she would have made anything any worse. Also, as for the combat thing, I very much prefer to have characters who, like, tank. You know, go out into the thick of combat to fight and all that. As opposed to a character who just, like, I'll stand back and shoot them with my bow. No. I want to be in the thick of things. I want to make tumble checks. I want to, like... I want to have a character be attacked, like, 40 times and take 0 damage. Like, I want to do all this.
Sorry, you're saying you want to do this?
Yeah, it's like, I tend to have more fun in D&D if my character's, like, you know, in the thick of things. Like, have my character be the one taking all of the attacks and just shrugging them off. And stuff, like... Because I find that it's, you know, more fun, more awesome. My character's like, yeah, so what if, like, all of the minions are attacking me? They can't get through my armor. They can't, you know, bypass my AC. I am fine. Let the rest of the party, you know, deal all the damage and stuff. My character's just going to be there, absolutely tanking it all. So the rest of the party will be completely fine. While, of course, also dealing damage to the enemy as well. Instead of either A, standing back, it's like, yeah, I'll cast Magic Missile again. I'll cast Lightning Bolt. I'll cast this spell. I cast that spell. No, if I get hit once, I could die. It's like... If your character can't survive taking one hit from an expected enemy, they're not going to last very long. Stupid things happen in combat all the time in D&D, especially if the DM tries to outsmart the characters. Well, outsmart the players, whatever. Or just is all like, oh yeah, actually there was an invisible enemy that just like snuck around and none of you made your checks to notice them, and so of course they want to just kill the wizard.
I mean, that is the tactic. Kill the one in the dress.
Yeah, kill the wizard. Yeah, my character's tactic,
and that's why
go into combat with the party dress.
That's why what you do is, sorry, bleh, is you put the monk in a row.
Yeah. You put the monk in wizard's robes.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd rather be a character that's like, okay, so sure I can't, you know, out DPS, you know, the DPS characters. But also, like, my character's not going down. Like, that's just the thing. Try as you might, my character is fine.
So how goes the runes?
Alright. What, did the streaming stop?
No.
Okay.
The stream is still going, I'm just... You haven't mentioned it in half an hour. You've just been talking about everything other than what's actually on the screen for half an hour.
Yeah, sounds about useful for me. Yeah,
so I just wanted to remind the audience what video they're watching.
God, if I edited my videos, just Oh, just want to remind the audience what video they're watching, and then in giant bold text over the entire screen, Rune Factory 3!
Yeah, maybe you should, edit your videos so you can do gags like that.
But editing videos takes time away that I could use for playing more games.
Well, that's the joy of being a streamer, I guess.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Appreciate it. Good morning.
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 Gia likes to be formal around those she respects. Keep note of that for Guess Who.
Good morning. Oh, appreciate it.
Gia likes to be formal around those she respects, like Woolies.
Good morning.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, so... I don't think any of these are a watering can. So either we can't take part in the Woolly Festival, or we have to say that doing this is not technically using a weapon. Which, strictly speaking, it's more like just using a tool, instead of using a weapon, because we're not actually dealing damage. Think we can somewhat agree on that point?
I guess.
Also, there's no fist weapon. Guess that was the thing added for Rune Factory 4. Closest thing would be these, I guess.
Thank you.
For 6,000 points. I got an achievement for winning the Deep Bluffing Festival. Oh look,
Fun.
Brad!
Hey.
Hello.
Nice.
I always knew you'd be a good fluffer.
Where's Pia?
Good on ya. Yay! Thanks a bunch. Hello.
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 Rainbow.
So, are they commenting that I picked up the woolly furballs because I actually did pick up woolly furballs, or would they just comment that anyway? Kind of curious about that. If their dialogue actually changed because of my actions.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Mm.
Hey. Hello.
Did I actually see any iron in here? Yes.
Hello.
Raven.
Hello!
Huh? Huh?
It's fine.
Huh? Oh.
Holy potatoes, a weapon shop? Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna cheat.
Yeah, I don't think I'm surprised about that.
Oh. For you.
560.
Thank you.
I should have known to put this right here. That was a mistake.
$1,400.
For you. Thank you. Huh? Huh? Yeah.
He said iron.
Huh?
I keep forgetting that we've named the character Sprinkle.
Pretty weird thing to forget.
Huh?
It's fine.
Nothing.
Ooh, silver. What? Water park. Do 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 do. Okay.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Factory safe forging.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
Hello. I'm sure after we're done with all this recording, I'll be able to go back and look at the Discord server and see that a whole bunch more drama has no doubt happened while I've been out. And who knows what will wind up happening to the game at large. Let's see. So I need 2 silver. Where do I find silver in this game? Not sure. But it shouldn't be too hard to find. Let's see, if I go about here... Is any of this region? No? No. I run down to here a little. No, no ores here. Does the desert not have ore? I'm starting to think. Oh, no, there it is. Well, I found some bronze at least. Well, couldn't find what I was looking for. Hello, what you do? Well, okay then. Hello, Rainbow. Anyway, I'm gonna call the episode off here. Hopefully you all enjoyed talking about that drama stuff that's been going on, and I'm sure there's just about to be more to come. Also, apparently my new Ethernet cable hasn't yet shipped out even, but it's still supposed to be here tomorrow, so they'll probably wind up changing it sometime at midnight to say, oh wait, if it still hasn't been shipped, it'll be a few more days. But I checked the tracking this morning, and it said they'll be here tomorrow. Yeah, to try to fix some of the internet issues Azura's been complaining about lately, I decided to just buy a 30-foot Ethernet cable to try to fix my internet issues.
I still think you should have splurged for the 50-foot.
No, that's 20 extra feet than what I need. Actually, more than 20 feet.
So?
Because I only really need about 22 feet of cable, maybe. I went with 30 just to overestimate a bit. Didn't need the 50, but I did get, I think, Cat 7, which is supposed to be... Or maybe I got more than that. What kind of cable did I get? Yeah, Cat 7. It's supposed to be good. I think Cat 5 would have done the job. Anyway, that's been Runes. We hope you enjoyed. Doodles!